So what's the latest story?
The latest story, well...
Or a good story?
Let's see here.
What's hot?
Let's go to the latest story. What's nice is we're getting more and more people coming in and volunteering us a little corner of their property to do a Bigfoot hunt.
Oh, that's cool.
And these are starting to add up, so this is very encouraging. And, oh, yeah, that's the guy. The man who made this drawing. His name is Bugs Adamson. And he saw the Bigfoot near Philo, which is up north of here and near a little town called Boonville. And he saw it on several occasions. I think he said it was about 9 feet tall. And at least one occasion he saw it in the company of his brothers. He's got 2 or 3 brothers, and they have some kids, and the whole family saw it. It was in the creek, as I recall. And then he made a drawing of it as it looked when it was walking across a parking area on the property.
Well, one of the questions, did they mention what color it was? He said it had, Ralph thought it had a white face, but they didn't say what color the coat was.
You know, I don't...
Ralph, did this guy that did this drawing ever mention what color the coat was?
It was, oh, the color of the skin? I mean the fur?
The fur.
Yeah, it was blackish gray.
Blackish gray.
Yeah, the face was tan, like a worn homeless person. But he said it was wrinkled and it wasn't hairy. The face wasn't as hairy.
Right. Yeah, I know, and he draws it with a lot.
Yeah, there's
had bangs like that.
There's a drawing today on Ohio Bigfoot hunters of a Bigfoot in the Midwest somewhere that kind of resembles that. Only not. This one has the shoulders up to above the ears. That one has more of a, not a neck. It's, first of all, it's just a head shot, but it's a nice drawing, and it's the same thing. Open around the eyes, has a humanish nose, big nose, but human, and hair or fur around, the top of the head, around the past the ears and under the chin. Maybe like a goatee kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's one of our latest reports. We have this.
He hasn't been back yet, though.
You videotaped part of this, didn't you?
No.
I videotaped it.
You did?
Look, I did, from June 2. I was videotaping when you were telling that story. 65-minute YouTube video of that day.
Oh, my God.
And if you start at 5150, time 5150, is where you're telling that story, and then a couple of others that came after it. So these pictures behind here, Dave,
I can see they're
the one on the left
Google Earth
is like there's an apple orchard there, and that's where they heard. They went out to investigate, unannounced, and heard a scream when they were getting ready to leave. And the one on the right, that's the Felton quarry, is it?
Yes.
And that's where this stick structure thing that's here was seen.
Well, yeah, it's below that, down in the creek, below the quarry.
And where you
private property.
What's the difference between
had the encounter with the
the
coyotes?
abominable snowman and Bigfoot? Or are they all considered to be the same creature?
They're all mystery primates, number one.
Mystery primates.
Yeah, or cryptids, as they call them.
So they are different
Animals
things.
that are said
different.
to exist that haven't been proven to exist. So they have that in common. The Yeti, of course, is a Nepalese word, and so that's describing primates that they see in the Himalayas and in those areas. The Sasquatch was the word used by the Canadians. When they were writing and talking to the Indians, they made an anglicized version of several native terms. And then Bigfoot was a moniker given to a particular Sasquatch that was visiting a construction site and causing some problems with vandalism, throwing big tires over cliffs and 55-gallon oil drums. And the construction workers would see the footprints in the fresh dirt in the morning, and they'd say, oh, Bigfoot was here again last night. So that's how so Bigfoot, Sasquatch, the same thing. They're all mystery primates, but I think that the Yeti is likely to be much more of an ape-like primate, and the Sasquatch more human-like. That's how I differentiate them. But that's just a hypothesis, and if I find some evidence tomorrow that goes against that, then I might tell you something different.
This one here looks so much like an orangutan to me, and then I read down where they thought it was an orangutan.
Yeah.
It looks so much like one.
Well, sometimes Bigfoot sighting reports are known animals that are seen in places they don't belong. That's another thing.
An orangutan would not belong around here at
Yeah,
all.
and that's cryptozoologists talk about that too. Animals that are out of place. So we have alien animals in this country, and a lot of them are in Florida because it's the most southern state. And these animals, like these big pythons and chimps and orangutans, they're all coming from tropical jungles. So they want to live at the equator. So when they're freed in North America, they tend to head south. So in the bottomlands, we have lots of reports of skunk apes and things like this that are more likely to be apes. And that certainly is an orangutan, I would think, in that picture.
Well, one of the videos I saw of a friend of Tim Fasano's, there's an area in Florida where he went where there is a bunch of wild monkeys living.
Mm-hmm. Not surprising.
And doing quite well.
I have reason to believe that we've had gibbons here in this area in the Santa Cruz Mountains at times in the past 50 years. I've experienced them a few times. And I've seen them. There were gibbons here that were owned by people.
How old?
And it's a simple matter to... I think gibbons are like most primates, and they live to be pretty old.
Yeah, because if you knew of them back, how long ago did you say, 20 years ago?
Yeah, they could be as old as me.
Yeah, they could still be around.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you see that a month ago or so, the chimp that walked upright died at 55?
The chimp that, you mean Oliver, or do you...
I forget what his name
Or
was.
do you mean the gorilla?
No, there's a gorilla that walks upright, but he doesn't walk all the time upright. This was a oddity that became quite popular, like in the
There's one that
50s, 60s,
That's tough.
I swear,
50s and 60s.
taught it how to use the iPad for
Yeah,
communication.
that would be Oliver.
Wow.
That's one of my ideas. Is to get a.
Okay.
That's one of my ideas. Is to get a refurbished pad and with Sesame Street or something on it and stick it out in the forest.
Well, they
with a
talk
GPS.
they talk to chimps with little screens that have symbols on them.
Yeah.
And they can look at a screen of symbols and remember them and where they were on the screen better than any
To get
human
stuff. Yeah.
ever.
But see, hunters and stuff put out trail cams too, and that's why I don't know why we haven't got something on a trail cam someplace.
Well, I'll tell
They
you
haven't
what
got 'em.
that is. You've seen pictures of animals that have been taken on trail cams, right? And invariably, you'll see a deer or a bear or something, and it's looking right at the trail cam, right? His eyes are right on it, and they don't hide those trail cams. They stick them right on a tree, right out in the open, because they assume that animals are too stupid to worry about it, and most animals are. But a Bigfoot is smarter than a four-legged animal, and he's going to be more reticent to approach a game camera. He's going to recognize that as a potential threat. It's that simple. And that's why they're so hard to get on those game cameras.
We're at Henry Cowell, Redwood State Park in Felton, California. Kind of a warm day, but under the trees here it's very pleasant. A lot of redwoods here. A couple of big old trees here. See if the camera picks them up.
Sorry, I'm in that.
It's okay. Ooh, nice dog. Yeah, we'll get down here and take a look at the river. Some people playing on a rope swing down there. Ooh, that looks like fun.
Find 14 here.
Do you want to go? You want to go look at it?
Well, I don't think it's here, but here it is.
The lady was just saying that this tree right here is one of the biggest ones.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty big.
But there's one in there that's bigger. One time in the trail is in
Oh, that's okay. Get a scale.